Looking for leaks in the suction line of the pool as the skimmer line and skimmer box area can be challenging sometimes. With this video, I will show you many examples of several leaks around the skimmer box and skimmer line, so you know where to look for leaks. Stay with me to the end and I will reveal to you the proper way to detect and dye test leaks even if you do not have an ultrasound device. Before we dive in, and for the new pool owners, skimmer line is one of the suction lines that transfers the water from the pool to the filtration system through the pump. Another suction line is the main drain that is usually located at the deep bottom end of the pool, and a wall suction line if applicable. The detection process is almost the same for all kinds of pools, as above ground, in-ground vinyl liner, concrete, granite, tiles, or fiberglass pool. Know that if you have a tiny opening in the pipeline that leaks only when the pump is running, you may not be able to observe any leakage. The reason is that the line is leaking only when it's under pressure, and for that reason we call it pressure leak. For that purpose, we have to perform a pressure test on the suspect line. Now, let's see how to perform a proper leak detection with or without ultrasound equipment. Before we even start testing anything, we have to shut off the pool equipment and make sure water is not moving in the pool. The same applies for a spout attached to the pool or a water feature. When you are inspecting the skimmer line and skimmer box area, you basically are checking the pipeline, the body of the skimmer box, and the connection of the skimmer box and the body of the pool. If an ultrasound device is available, place your hydrophone inside the skimmer box and while listening for leaks, move toward the first elbow in the skimmer line. Do it slowly and pay attention to any sound movement. Next, place the hydrophone and steer it around the bottom and top of the skimmer box. Yes, like a soup, but do it slowly so you will be able to find tiny openings like this one. Next, place your hydrophone on the connection of the skimmer box faceplate and the body of the pool. Now, what if an ultrasonic device is not available? No worries at all. We may not be able to listen for leaks, yet we can observe the leaks if we look carefully and at the right place. For above ground pools, the leak detection of the skimmer line is much easier since most of the above ground pools have the line exposed and we are able to inspect the pipe and observe any potential leakage. Although we still have to inspect all the connections of the skimmer box. Some sneaky leaks are hiding between the box and the wall of the pool. If the area is already wet, use a dry towel to clean it up and find the leak. The drops will reveal the openings. For in-ground pools, a proper dye test requires a plug with an opening that will help us to identify leaks in the pipeline. After we place the proper plug to the fittings of the pipe, we will squirt small portions of dye close to the opening. If the dye moves into the opening, there is a leak in the line. If it spreads, it's more likely no leak in the line. Why do I say more likely and not 100% no leak? As I mentioned earlier, there is a possibility of a pressure leak that we are not able to observe. So have this in mind. Let's check the rest of the skimmer box so we can eliminate the other locations for leaks. Next, remove the plug and dye test the fittings of the line. Sometimes the leak can be really sneaky and be difficult to observe. Also, you may try to pressure test the line, and because the plug will usually cover the fittings, will not be able to identify the leak. But if you dye test properly, you will be able to observe the water movement. Since we checked the skimmer line and fittings, we will inspect the body of the skimmer box. Dye test the bottom body and corners of the box by releasing small portions of dye. Dye test any potential opening on the whole body of the box. That includes the sides of the faceplate of the box as well. Lastly, inspect the connection of the faceplate and the body of the pool. If you are dealing with a liner pool, dye test the connection of the liner and the faceplate. Also, dye test the screws around the faceplate for potential leaks. Most common place for a leak in concrete, granite or tile pool is the connection of the skimmer box and the body of the pool. At this location can hide several tiny openings that even if you dye test it will be a challenge to observe the section of the leak. For that reason, you need to make sure that you are releasing small portions of dye and the water is calm so the dye doesn't spread around. You need to take your time and slowly dye test all the components of the skimmer box. At this point, I would like to ask you to share your experience of identifying a leak in your skimmer box. Do you find no leaks in the pipelines of the skimmer box? or the connection of the bags and the body of the pool. Please feel free to leave your feedback in the comment section. My name is Chris Elias, and I'm always happy to learn more and expand my knowledge. I'm always happy to face more challenging jobs. And as for my work quality and reputation, I will let my customers' feedback speak on my behalf. If you find my video valuable, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit the bell button to be notified for future videos. Also, please feel free to leave me your thoughts or questions in the comment section. I'm always happy to read your feedback and answer your questions. This encourages me to create more content and helps me to grow my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe and take care.